There are two required skills if you want to be successful at anything in life, whether it's business, fitness, anything you want to achieve, you're going to need these two skills. And those are discipline and consistency. With these two skills, you can achieve almost anything. You don't even have to be that smart. You don't have to know everything. But if you're just persistent and you constantly attack something and you stay disciplined about it and do it even when you don't feel like it, you're constantly learning, constantly trying to improve, you will succeed in the long run. Before I developed the skills of discipline and consistency, I would try things and quit them before I ever got the chance to succeed. There's so many things I would go into, and then at the slightest challenge, I would just stop and wouldn't continue with it, or I didn't even see it through long enough for it to actually become something. I would start something, not even go in 100%, and then just quit after a couple weeks, couple days, or a couple months. So many times that was the leading cause for my failure. It wasn't that the actual thing itself wasn't going to succeed. If I maybe put in all the time and the resources that I had and actually gave it 100%, there's probably other entrepreneurial ventures in my past that could have been successful. I just didn't have the required skills. This is why I preach a lot of the time that mindset is going to be one of the most important things you need to develop. And two of the things that are huge in mindset is going to be discipline and consistency. There's many things you can do to build this up outside of the entrepreneurial business side of things. So, for example, by simply just waking up, meditating, and reading in the morning, those are two things that you might not feel like doing every single morning, but it's going to consistently build that skill of discipline. It's going to teach yourself that you can stick to something over a long period of time, even if there's days when you don't feel like doing it. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can kind of take something that's a more steady long-term approach, or you can have intense periods of discipline to really try and build up that skill and like shock your system, which is something I do. For example, this new year, I felt myself, prior to the new year, I felt myself slipping up a bit. So what I did was during the new year, the first night of the new year, I actually slept on the floor. And that was just something I did just to kind of shock my system and be grateful to have a bed to sleep in. And I did a lot of things, like first thing in the morning, I would do 100 reps of an ab exercise before going to the gym, before doing the meditating and stuff like that. That's not something I always do, but it was just something to shock the system, to really build that skill of discipline for a week or two, to kind of get yourself all back on the right track. It's funny, when you feel yourself slipping and things going against you and not the right way, the best thing you can do is actually double down and start making your life more difficult, because you will realize that a lot of the time your life is actually not that difficult, and it's pretty good, and you have a lot to be grateful for. So shocking the system and making your life more challenging is pretty much the only answer that is going to allow you to overcome that. And it's really about, to kind of tie it into what I was saying earlier, it's building those skills of discipline and consistency that's going to allow you to succeed. Because I won't lie, being an entrepreneur and being a business owner is not always easy, especially even just a sales career. There's so many ups and downs that if you haven't built that discipline and consistency to stick it through in tough times, show up to every call, giving it 110%, do the work that needs to be done in your business, you're probably not going to succeed. The only person you can rely on is yourself. And if you don't have the mindset for that, then it's going to be very difficult for you. So my recommendation would be, if you haven't started doing these, if you don't have the skills of discipline and consistency, it would be to not worry about the business or what entrepreneurial venture you're going to start, but build the foundation. So by building the foundation, when the opportunity does come across your path, then you'll actually be able to succeed at it. So that would be my greatest recommendation to you. If you don't know where you want to go in life, you don't exactly know the right path, well, I would tell you that sales is the best route. But also, building that foundation and mindset is going to be absolutely essential to your success. That's all for today. I hope this helped you out. Let me know in the comments if there's any other videos you want to see. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.